It is Booyaman85. Alright, so I'm trying to run a dedicated server on my second account. I've had to remodel this base about 18 times in the last 4 years, so I figured while the server is still up and running before it gets corrupted, whatever happens next, I'll at least have a video up documenting my base and all the modifications that I've made up to this point. So, from the title, you can pretty much figure out I am modeling this base after Nooblets' PvP base layout design from his Nooblets, Ark Survival Evolved playthrough series playlist. It's a great build. It's a wonderful thing to watch. You should go watch some of his videos. They're helpful and everything else. So, without too much, this is the base. This is the tower. Second tower isn't quite built yet because we've had some server crash issues and backup issues. This is supposed to be his flag. I built it, but I don't have the die for it. Maybe you'll see it in a later video if I ever get to that point. Nooblets' taming cage, Nooblets' base with my modifications to it, and then the escape-proof hatches. So, where are we at? Ragnarok? I am at coordinates 42 by 29. 829, give or take. I'm on the plateau, overlooking there's the man-made island back there, and there's the rest of this. So, real quick, before anything happens, I'm just going to go as fast as possible, just in case we have another server issue. If you've watched Nooblets' base videos, his towers and other shit, you'll figure out why we're doing what we're doing, but I'll explain what's going on. So, basically, we're on the flat top that is guarding the entrance to the Grand Canyon on Ragnarok. There's the man-made castle. There's only two ways into this base: air and land. Land, it's a spiral walkway, just like in freaking Banjo-Kazooie. If you walk up here and you don't have permission, you're gonna get shot to death. So the first thing you're gonna show up, the first thing that's gonna hit you is this defense tower. It is quite defendable. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There are 9 X-plants on the roof. They're turrets right now. I'm using the turrets as markers to figure out exactly how many turrets I can place on the Xbox, because you can only have 100 turrets within range of each other. As you can clearly see right here, turrets in range 65. That's every turret within 33 foundations of this facility, of this turret. So, we got about 6 X-plants on each side. So, I'm using the turrets as markers. The only reason it's weaker on this side is because I had to make some sacrifices, because PC can use as many turrets as they freaking want to, and I'm limited to 100. So I figured keep the turrets on the sides and the front secure, and then take everything that's on the back end, and we can tone it down. We can soften the back side, and we don't need to have turrets everywhere. So. Normally this is supposed to be a 3x3 structure, but because the ground is uneven, if you've watched Nooblets' defense tower base video, you'll know what's going on. Up to the main facility, and then there's pillars for support all the way down, so no one can just blow out one pillar and take out the whole facility. The outside 4 pillars are to reinforce the main top section. It'll start to sound like Nooblets in about 5 seconds. Make your ladders all out of wood, because if they try to blow this frame open with C4, they're going to blow up the ladder and they won't be able to get in. Up here we have a sniper tower. I'm going to open all the windows to see what's going on. So ignore that. Beds to spawn at. And then loadout hangars, I haven't outfitted them yet. Basically what's going to happen is those things are going to have all of the kit necessary for a PvP match. And you spawn at the tower, you can instantly spawn at a bed, turn around, grab your gear off the mannequin, and then you'll already be equipped with night vision and assault rifles and all the bullets and everything you'll ever want. I'll come back later and close all the windows and doors later as the time permits. Just gonna leave that open for now. I have server admin, but that's only because we've had certain issues on the the server, and I have to defend the server from stuff. This is the tower's main generator. It's to power these two inner turrets right here. If somebody flies into this base, the turrets will protect you. If you open the side doors, there's a man turret in each corner, a man machine gun turret. So you'll be able to come in here and shoot down. Not the greatest angle because we're so close to the edge, but normally it would provide quite a fire rate. And what's interesting is I've actually, on Nooblets' base, he has the dino doors facing outward, which blocks about 7 or 8 feet of clearance on either side of the doorways, so you don't get as much of an angle to shoot out of the tower as you would probably want. So on all of these doors, I've actually rotated, and you have to do this either on a bird or in God mode. You have to place the the doors like this on this marker. Here, I'll just use the quality gun just for. So you have to angle right here. You have to put the turret or the door facing inward so that the doors open to the inside of the structure, so that you get the smallest amount of blockage and the smallest blind spots possible for these turrets to be able to shoot out and have more clearance to shoot stuff. And then each middle section has a sniper tower, ammo box for the ammo turrets, a ladder on the side to go to the roof, which I'll show you in a second. Once again, the doors face inwards so that you can get a greater fire angle. I can almost get people coming up from the side. Come on, please. I can almost get to the sides. That means let me walk around, please. And I can cover the main structure. I can cover the second tower's backside. I can cover the dung beetles and the forward part of the base. And the blind spot where the dino pit is out to the sides. Another sniper tower. Another blind spot to cover the normal approach. And the forward sniping post. Okay, the roof. Come up here. On the roof, we're going to have X-plant turrets that'll be able to shoot anybody trying to fly over this to protect themselves from the freaking X-plants down below. And you get really good sniping locations. Now, I forgot to do it real quick, so I wasn't ready for this tutorial today because I didn't expect to be making it right now. But the idea here is you're going to have... I'm doing this for 2 reasons. One, for my own personal sanity, and I'm going to need to do this later, and so I need to know how this is built. So what's going to happen now is we're going to have these are the water tanks for the X-plant turrets, right? X server, please stay with me, okay, please. All right, one, skip one, skip one, place one, skip one, place one, skip one, place one, skip one, and then place one, and then skip one, and then we're right back to where we started. That'll give you full coverage for every plant on the roof. Right now, I've only got 9 up here because of the 100 turret restriction on the Xbox. If you had this covered with X-plants, all the plants would get water no matter where they were on the base. So that'll help that situation. I wish I could put more X-plant turrets on here, but right now I just can't. The T-Rex bollards are three pillars tall to keep the gigases from crawling over them. They have to be 2 pillars high to stop T-Rexes from climbing over. And once they crawl over, they can't get back over to the other side, trapping them in a kill zone. All the Giga won't be able to get closer to your plants and won't be able to munch on them. This is an exact replica. Obviously, it hasn't been built yet. So, real quick, and this goes along with the map. So, because of our server, I've actually got map markers for all the major bases on the map at the moment. So, these are most of my friends and my mother and a couple other people I care about. So, what we've done is we've set up, I'm going to set up these like freaking, I don't know what to call them, freaking mailbox deliveries. So, apparently in the game, you can use delivery crate to send care packages to any base with coordinates that is on your map to your friends. So I don't have to, fly over to their base, give them a bunch of shit. David, I need a saddle. I need a blueprint. I need some gear. I need whatever. If it's not emergency mission critical, I can just load up a delivery crate and send them to any point on the map that I've marked on this map. So what I've done is my base is located at 4229, and that cord is actually right here where I'm standing, right here. Anybody that sends me a care package can send it to literally 42 by 29, and the care package will take off, carry the items, fly over to here, and drop the box right in this little case. So I can always check here. Did anybody send me a care package? No. And I can keep moving on with my life. So that's why that particular foundation is right here. It's literally just of the delivery crate. I'm actually going to have all my friends do that on their bases, and the lift server's lagging, whatever. Alright, what I've also done is, I haven't fully modified this yet, but this is where I'm going to land the skiff. I've got a platform to get up. And of course, the X-plants will be Nooblets' taming cage. So, this is pretty cool. Basically, it's a 2x4 on the inside dino pit, a dino gate on each side, with to shoot in to your target. Foundations on the outside to bring you up to the level of the window. Again, there's another tutorial video for this on Nooblets' website. A cool little aesthetic ramp to lead dinosaurs into the cage. Ramps, footings, so you can shoot up and all around. If anything gets trapped in here, you can shoot that. When you lead something into the cage, you're going to lead it in, you're going to trap it, and when the doors are shut, you can use this escape hatch. So you can lead the dino in, shut the doors, run through here, and run out. And the dino won't be able to get, large dinosaurs won't be able to get past that door frame, literally trapping the dino inside the cage. And over here, you trap the dinosaur inside. This is also built with the ability to tame the ape men, the Sasquatch dudes. You can trap the dude up here. You can watch Nooblets' video. I'm not going to go through too much because I want to get through this as quickly as possible. Up here, we have, if this was in a remote location, like if this cage wasn't inside my base zone, we have defensive positions where we can defend the taming cage in the wild. Because you can place this anywhere that you want to capture dinos from. And you have you have teleporting beds. Apparently you can store anything and everything inside of this freaking, look at this shit. This is a preserving bin, but I can put foundations, a freaking tech teleporter, freaking tech replicator, meat, hide, all kinds of freaking crap. This is like a universal, like one size fits all storage box. It's like whatever. So then you have campfire to cook meat for yourself so you don't die of starvation while you're taming. Mortar and pestle to make any more narcotics you might need out in the field. Obviously preserving bins so you could save the berries for when you're taming, and the smoked meat and raw prime and all this other stuff. Ladders to the inside to help you get out. You're trapped inside, you just want to get up here. Windows down into the taming cage. This is something I've added to the base that was not in Nooblets' original design, which is I've added a rooftop landing pad for Argents. So if you come in, you land with an Argent, you have a nice little landing pad to here. I've also got a bunch of preserving salts because during scorched earth and sometimes in the desert, you're going to need preserving salts to make meat last longer. If you're taming an Argent, you can now use these large trapdoors to close the roof, so you don't have to use that in order to block off the roof. But then if you want to tame a regular dino with an Argent or a Wyvern, you can pick them up and drop them in here and close the doors. And then these wall segments and door frame segments is the crenellations and machiculations from old medieval castles. So you can sit behind these and use them to deflect arrows, and then you can shoot down on the idiots and rip their stuff. Okay. Another thing, oh, this is kind of important. So, in Scorched Earth, meat is, obviously this is not powered right now because it's being powered from the tech generator over there. So, we have a 1x2 refrigerator generator holder that's supposed to be attached to the taming pit. I just don't know how to design it yet. That allows you to have a generator in a remote area location with preserving salts and a working refrigerator, which is being powered by the tech generator at the moment, to preserve all of the prime meat and raw prime meat so that you can tame animals faster without them. It's mainly for scorched earth because of the temperature difference. So you can land here with your Argent, pop in, grab the meat out of your bird, throw it in the refrigerator, and then you can turn it and give it to the dude or cook it or whatever. Okay. That is going to be that structure right there. So we'll go over that in a minute. So this, I don't know, it's just a freaking thing where you can just do this. I don't think I have a gun on me. Oh, it doesn't matter. These are target dummies. You hit them in the face. Like, you punch them. Design is this. Basically, these are armored X-plants. So, these are basically invincible X-plant turrets. The only difference is, you can just do this. To there. Now they are completely metal-proof. They are completely bullshit-proof. Nobody on this side of the turrets is going to be able to damage or destroy the X-plants because they are sealed behind these walls. I mean, you can even... But the main point is, this backside has to be kept clear so you can actually access all 3 crop plots. Not going to be able to access the crop plot and do stuff to the next plant, refill the fertilizer and shit like that, if it's completely encased in metal. So you have to leave the backside open. So there you go. So there's that. And this design will be replicated down there. These are my breeding dinosaurs, my breeding T-Rexes that I'm breeding for boss killing dinosaurs. What happened to that? Okay. The main house structure. This has changed a lot. It's Nooblets' new base layout from his original playthrough on the island, but I've made some special modifications myself. She might not where it counts, kid. I made a lot of special modifications. So if we just get on board, we'll get out of here. So, we are using a shield actually located in the basement on 8 radius. The reason why it's on 8 is because the bigger the shield radius, the more element it will require. And 8 is just enough to protect everything inside the bubble from bullshit. It's large enough to protect the Quetzal and the Wyvern on the roof, and anybody on the roof, and exactly centrally located. It allows the corner turrets and the corner man turrets to be active and kill anything outside the bubble, inside the kill radius, without being primary defenses for the main house are outside the bubble. Research on medieval tower designs and matriculations and crenellations and all that kind of stuff. So what I've tried my best to model it here. Behind the door frames and shoot arrows or whatever the hell you want to do. But, you know, there's a ballista turret up front, obviously, because it's behind the shield generator. You can't actually use the ballista turret. I'm thinking in my next future design, I'm going to try to bring the ballista turret out front. But at the same time, I mean, whatever. I mean, mate, wait, it won't let... Okay, so because the firing mechanism is behind the shield, let me fire it. Okay, so my next turret design, I'm going to try to bring that turret forward. Ballista turret from the safety of the base layout without exposing yourself. A carnivore feeding trough to keep all the large carnos out here topped off. For the extreme range, so 97 turrets in range and 89 turrets in range. Order is right there. Everything on those foundations and inside of that ring. So like, for instance, six turrets, 105, 102, 198. So I've marked exactly where you can't place any more turrets, just to give me a visual reminder until the base is finalized with its design, so I know where I have coverage and where I don't. So, once the shield has been, we can move on to the main defenses. There's a nice level of metal spikes around the house, and wooden ramps and ceilings, because if somebody tries to use C4 to blow open the doors or they won't be able to get in, because then they're going to blow the wood away. While it's attacked, the control raiders do before they even get there. Main door. They'll just find another one. Nah, I'm just trying to imitate Nooblets. I'm sorry, guys. I can't help it. So we have a kill chamber here. We have the guard. We have central guard tower. We have front right tower with auto turrets. Main is right here with a left side tower defenses and the left side auto turrets. Access to the guardhouse, again, wooden ladders, they blow the hatch, they don't get access to the second floor. So, there's the second dino door. This gives you access to the front right of the tower. Gives you access to the front of the base. Sniper windows. And the reason why I designed the towers is so I can have this. Really look at it, I can cover at least two whole freaking, I can cover the entire corner, this whole corner from this one tower. And this hatch frame, this window layout design is identical on every single floor all the way to the roof. And every single floor is accessed by the same way, hatch frames with wooden ladders. So I'm not going to show you the towers, but just know this basic layout where I have windows all the way up and down the tower, so you can literally stay in one tower and just keep going down to change your elevation to get different shots on different people. This is so I can double check on the Rex. Speaking of which, normally I wouldn't do this, but I am trying to breed Rex. And that egg is from my main parents, and I need to grab it. So, before we finish going in the house, this thing is the main doors, an extra spawning platform, because of the current bug in the game, where it takes all the dye in the game and makes it void colored. I already made a YouTube video on my channel. It's the video right before this one, where this is actually supposed to be cyan, but it's, you know, dirt black for some godforsaken reason. So, the only way to fix this is to okay. Two flats, and then a stair. Alright, so that was the I opened the hatch frame. This is a secret door in the basement of my base. But again, it's for me only, so anybody that tries to blow open either one of those two doors, the catwalks. This is a catwalk that leads underneath the ballista turret. I can cover the base. I didn't, I can redesign this front section to accommodate for the shield, so that room further, one block further out, so that we'll have access to the ballista turret and those sniper windows when it presents itself. I wasn't expecting to do this video this soon anyways. And now we went into the main dino pit. If you've watched Nooblets' video, I'm going to be referencing that a lot in this video, guys. I'm sorry. It's really good. But this is almost twice the size of his original dino pit. I've added some special refrigerated tech trough, keypad for the 3 egg incubators, because that's the max that you can have within, I don't know how many foundations away it requires. Then I've got an elevated platform in the middle right here. This is my egg incubation and nursery. There should be 20 air conditioners on this platform to allow you to hatch any freaking dino egg in the game. And we got some water and some... I got Giga eggs, I got Wyvern eggs, I got Rex eggs. Now, normally I wouldn't do windows, but because I was trying to make accommodations for my mother, highlights so that it wasn't so boxy and their weaknesses. So, oh, you want to look outside? Well, windows are weak of the world, for the safety and comfort of glass windows. This gives us access to the centrally located shield generator. So notice how 7.8, 8.2, so that means we are at 8 on the radius. So technically this is the exact center of my base, all the way up, which is very helpful when designing the shield generator. Okay. Found a bird, yes I do. I'll show you how I've got this laid. Right now I'm just gonna use the bird real quick. Normally I'm a fleet of animals in here, all the harvesting dinosaurs and everything. So we're just gonna pretend the Argent is it's about the size of a parasol anyway. So I have parking stands for all the dinosaurs. One medium dinosaur here, one there, one there, one there, one there, and one there. Nothing goes on here. I'll show you where that goes in a minute. So, for the main base and primary vault storage. So, what happens? So, when you come here, pick up the poop, turn around, and put it into all the compost bins. This is a backup in case dung beetles yet. So these parking stalls are set up to where you can walk behind the dinosaurs, grab their poop, so that's the front right corner, that's the front left corner, back right and back left. Now, I'll show you this in a minute. Okay. Alright, so I'll use this stall in particular. So, the Argentavis can stand on one block, but with the wings and everything, it's actually 2 blocks. I have done a lot. I'm going to slow down my talking right here, because this is very... And of course, my runny nose doesn't help in this situation. Okay. The Argent, this base was built before the Snow Owl, so it was made for Argents and Pterodons. So, Snow Owls are not going to be able to do this effectively. So, what I have done is I have parking stalls that are 3 stands high and 2 deep. Okay? I have a double door frame, a normal door frame, and another normal door frame. Then I have a pillar on the foundation next to the landing pad. So you fly like this, you aim for the pillar, and then you turn right. You will always dismount your dinosaur to the right-hand side. Don't ask me why, but that's how it works. Okay, now, I've got some windows for aesthetics, whatever. And, so, the platform is 1.5 blocks wide for the landing pad, so that the dinosaur is on the normal ceiling frame that's going to be here, and then I have a one diagonal half offset for this row. Alright, so we have a ceiling tile here, and then we have a ceiling tile here, and then we have it there, and there, and there. This just creates a nice little walkway outside of the dino storage so that you can walk all the way down the line to get the dinosaurs over here without having to walk in and out in between the dinos and all this other crap. Now, the reason why this is important, and I'll showcase it later, is when you're on an Argent, you're either going to jump up and to the right, or you're going to phase forward. So, because the ceiling is 3 high, it's going to pull me up 1 tile, and it's going to shove me over to the right 1 tile, which is perfect to land right here on the 3rd floor inside the crafting room. Okay, that's very important. I have 3 crafting room stalls, so this one will take you to the crafting room. This one goes crafting. This one goes crafting. I'll show you what happens, why we have door frames as guard posts. Right now. Oh, I don't have them built. Oh my goodness. I wasn't ready for this tutorial. So, okay. Have it built. Okay. Okay. So, all of the major stalls are 3 tiles high. This one is only 2 tall. And I can't phase to the right. The game is going to push me through his chest forward. So I went through the saddle into his stomach, and it's going to push me forward between his legs. No jokes there. No innuendos, please. So because I'm using double door frames and single door frames, it allows the game to phase me through the Argent to get somewhere that I normally wouldn't be able to get on and off the dyno in these tight spaces, which allows you to have a smaller footprinted base with the same kind of efficiency that is required for having large bases and large layouts. So I can cheat by, oh no, I don't have enough room to dismount because the industrial forge is to my right, there's some shit in front of me, and there's an overhang to the left. Out to the inside. This position next to the industrial forge allows me to turn around with the bird, grab the metal, and put it in the industrial forge right here, which reduces a lot of problems. Obviously there's the industrial forge, and I already showed you this. So this is the back left. So there's Blue Ob on Ragnarok. So we got a nice level of spikes protecting the base. And if the shield was not up, like if I wasn't actively being raided, you would get a nice view and cover from all the local vegetation. And again, trapdoors, wooden frame, wooden ladder to keep your valuables safe. Before we go down to the basement, because that's actually quite important, this is specifically for admin use only. So, one of the things that I'm going to show you in this base is this shaft. This is what I'm going to call the administrative exit shaft. Can you... Oh my god, that door is... Close the fucking door. Alright, so I need to scoot this over. It's glitching into the door. I can't access it. So, I have an exit shaft. I can go in creative and instantly fly out of the base, and I can go rescue anybody in the world by... It's like a fire pole for firemen, but it's in the opposite direction. It leads directly out of the base, vertically. It's actually quite neat. So, real quick, I'm going to try to demonstrate this pretty quickly. I should have enough materials for this. It was right there. Come on, David. Alright, so, real quick. So, the tower is 2 blocks wide. It's a 2x2. Video game, it's a 2x2. Alright, so... Alright, so I have to build... Sorry. Again, I wasn't expecting to do this video today. Okay, so, because there's walls underneath this position on the inside tracks of these blocks, I am able to put a 50-50 diagonal ceiling frame in the middle here to double its thickness. But what that also allows me to do is do half wall segments and half wall hallways. Okay, so now this is what the admin tower looks like from overhead. So what you have is you have you have administrative door access, and then you have a nook that I'm going to call the exit shaft, which is right here. And you'll see why it's called the exit shaft right now. Every floor is going to be built like this, with no blocks, with no block right here. Now, when you get to the roof, all you have to do is cap off the roof like this in order to leave the exit shaft to where you can use it. This allows, so you come to this floor, you'll drop down, you're in creative mode, you can't die no matter how your fall distance is. Then you can double tap A and shoot out of the base straight up. So if you're in your base and you got a complicated base layout and you need to go rescue somebody and you're already in creative mode, we have an exit shaft that we can create that allows us to do our admin duties and protect the server from bullshit. Not a lot of hassle. So yeah, it's this little square right here is your admin shaft. And then all you got to do is make this layout, right? And then you just got to do block, 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 and then there's your shaft. And then you can also use this as a drop shaft, because every floor that doesn't have this floor right here, you're gonna fall down here. So even if someone breaks into the base and they fall all the way down to the bottom of the base, they're not gonna do anything because they can't open the freaking admin doors. And this tower only serves this purpose. Now, on the other floors, above the bottom floor, you can have snipers there, right? But because it would look like this. You do that. You would do that. We'd come in here, and to get to that other side, you just scooch like this, and then you have access to the back sniper doors, and then you can follow the bottom floor, or you can go to the drop shaft, or whatever. So that is this back tower over here. Show you the rest of the base later, but you'll get the idea. And then what this is this is my god tier setup, and this is for whatever I'm carrying. So I can take everything that I'm working on out of myself, then I can put on all of my god tier equipment, right? So you can have like a bunch of rockets, a bunch of C4. I already got 100 right here. You know, empty cryopods. I mean, obviously you want these charged, but you have to check on them every couple of days to top them off. But you get the idea. Where you have your, if you're in creative mode, you're admin, you can give yourself all the best shit, right? As a preset, save them to the mannequin, because when you're in creative, you can place and build anything in the game. Then I can turn around and I can go back to my normal set, whatever I'm building, base building equipment, whatever I was wearing before, and you can hot swap between the two. I mean, I guess you could do that, but I like the idea of using an empty mannequin. I don't know, whatever. So that's that tower. That's all its use is only for. That's the only use it has. You already saw the bottom. Okay, this is the emergency bunker. If everything goes to shit, this is the emergency fallout shelter. This is Aspect's, it's Apex. It's Apex's solo PvP metal base, 2x3. So we have the double door airlock right here. We have our smithing. You can you can stand on the mortar and pestles and jump up to uh, uh, hate you game. Supposed to be able to jump. It only works about half the time, of course. I'm doing a tutorial. Here's your smelting forges, blueprint, bed, vault, water, preserving bed. Jenny's below me. Cooking pot, cooking thing, that, this. That is the emergency bunker, and this is the exterior corridor along the basement of the outer ring of the base, protecting the emergency bunker from being raided by idiots. Always close the right door, then turn to the hinge and close the left door. If you ever wanted to do that, there you go. Come out, close the right door, then close the left door. So, because Apex's PvP base is 2x3, I decided to take this design and put it on the back half of the base, closest to the rear of the base, up against a cliff, so it's harder to get to. And because of that, so this is the extreme back back left corner of the base if you're facing out the front door. The front door is actually that way. This is the back left corner. So along the back wall of the base, which is back here, so the cliff is right there. Here. There's only one way to do this. Oh, and by the way, admin cheat, ghost. So, there's the back wall of the base. So, the 2x3, so we're underneath the industrial forge in the back left corner of the base if you're looking out the front. Oh, by the way, you want to keep your industrial, you want to keep your water source pure. If you got God mode, dude, build it under here. Right here. All the way down, boys. No one will ever be able to take out my water supply. Ever again. Duh, duh, duh. Oh, and here's a funny thing. I'll show you this later. But if you can bring these water pipes up to this level, pretty much, I can water the X-plant turrets from underground. I know, right? Check it out. Invincible, undetectable, unbreakable irrigation system. It's amazing. Okay. So, this is back left corner, and we're facing back right corner. When I started off with this base layout design, I built this corridor first. I built the PvP base first, then I built this corridor, then I built the sleeping corridor, which extends as far as the base will let me, -1. That next wall is the, not the outside wall, but the inner outside wall. Spawn points. This is supposed to be a kitchen. I haven't fleshed this out yet. I guess I should do that right now. But basically, it's this kind of layout. And then I've got And then your mortar and pestles go right here. So yeah, 5 campfires, 3 mortar and pestles, and 6 preserving bins. So there's the emergency kitchen. This door is admin only. This is the supply room. So these are the Drexes that I was breeding with. Now they're in security. No. Oh my god, I'm gonna fucking kill somebody. There it is. Baby. Basically, these are my infinite resource containers. You can put a single resource in the game in here and use creative mode to infinitely stack the item. This is for emergencies. Because it's admin only the tribe admin will be able to use it. Okay. So, underneath the industrial forge, this is what the bottom sniper tower looks like. It's literally just a big hole in space. And then along the back wall, we have a 2-gap hallway system. This is the bottom of the admin shaft, the admin emergency lift shaft. But because it ends on that floor, this is basically dead. Now here's the right side outside wall. Right here is, not those. They're right here. Now this is every corner, every single section is single tile to increase the strength of the building and to prevent people from easily just breaking into a corner. This corner right here is underneath the right front tower. And then another tight corridor. Oh. Behind the ballista turret, this gives us access to the ballista turret tower. This actually should be a hatch frame right here. I'm going to use stone for right now, but you guys basically can figure out what that's technically supposed to be for. Let's just come down here and access the... it allows us to sneak stealthily to the front turret without having to open the main doors in order to gain access to the ballista turret. It's like a stealth way of getting to the turret. There's that door again. Front left corner tower basement. And then I forgot to put the doors in here for this side. Alright, so, the front of the base. If somebody managed to blow open the base and make it to these doors that are underneath the base, I've created a maze. There is a nice little maze of corridors and bullshit that people have to fight through and blow open just to try to find out where all the items are kept in order to get to the security bunker, which they're never going to get to. I need to pause the live stream for just a second. Okay. Man, my allergies are going nuts. Sorry about that, guys. Alright. I've shown you that, shown you this. Now, we get into the main kit and caboodle. Inside walls and the outside walls. Now, if I leave the doors open and I have my dinos in here and somebody tries to fly in here to raid my base, in order to drop off items safely for input, I have a vault right here. This is not for the good stuff, this is for the shit stuff. Everything we don't really care about, I'm just gonna dump it in here. Just like that. Look at that. But I can come back in here later and sort this and move things to the different parts of the base without having to sacrifice opening the main doors. Access to the vault. Sorting station number 1. Welcome to the ground floor crafting room. We have water, we have lights, we have some windows, access to the industrial forge, smelters for before you backup smelters to make charcoal before you have the industrial forge. A table with some mortar and pestles. I actually can't get to that mortar and pestle. That's a bad design choice. Stupid water. 2 different smithies so that multiple people can craft at once. And the fabricator. You don't have to worry about air conditionings because they're over right there next to the thing. I've got wooden spiral staircases here because, you know, in case someone decides to use grenades to kill people, they're going to blow up the stairs and they won't be able to get access to the next floor. Access to the industrial forge. Primary armory number 1. Backup tier 1 item resource storage. The tech generator and all the elements for the base. Air traffic control tower hub so that you can stand here and take care of business without having to actually go anywhere. Keypad. If anybody breaks into the base, you can shoot them from up here. Between the forward 2 dino doors, I forgot to show you this. Downstairs we have a door with a hatch with a ladder that allows you to go up here. Access to the armory. Access to the forward doors. Keypad to let people in. Forward sniper perches. Anybody tries to break through the weak secondary wall right there, you can have access to right here. And access to the ground floor. I was going to put the toilets in here so you could do the infinite poop glitch to get infinite fertilizer, but, you know, I haven't done it yet. This is the other sniper tower from across the way. I do love the view up here. It is a very nice base location, even if this is just a giant metal box of death. And the floor above it, we have the main water supply. Access to the industrial forge. What I didn't show you earlier is this. I'll show you real quick. This is the internal bird hanger. So you can take the birds through here, underneath the gatehouse, up, around, right here. So a lot of metal. You can literally park the bird right here, phase through, turn around, grab the metal, throw it in the industrial forge. It's amazing. And again, this is why we have the double. Every time you see the double door frame with a single door frame up top, it's because you can park a bird there and do this exact same trick, where I can phase through the bird to get on and off the bird. It's amazing. More forges from before you have access to building the industrial. This, because of the feasibility, because of the efficiency in the lower floor dino pit, I actually use this floor to store all my pterodons, because they don't need 2 floors up here. And of course, you got, aesthetics, another parking space, a parking space, a parking space, and a couple parking spaces right here. In front of the forge, my opinion, all my best shit is up here. Got 2 smithies, fabricator, backup mortar and pestles, access to the industrial grinder, access to my 3 bird perches, all the low grade storage, flint, stone, thatch, wood, fiber, hide, chitin, crystal, metal, and then something else, and then something else. All manufactured materials will go into this vault. All that's going to be low grade storage. There are blueprints. For all of our primary blueprints are good ones. Access to the living quarters. The administrative drop shaft. And access to the side. You can access the grinder from the hatch frame, as long as you don't have a door here. I haven't had time to place them yet. Back left sniper tower. And this shelf is for all the air conditioners on this living quarters. Primary living quarters. My bed. Buddies, there's 7 beds in here. There's my mom's bed. The left side bird perches from the dino pit. Access to the remote control with air conditioner support. And because I can double thick every room in my house, this, in case interior, this is where your adobe is going to go. Adobe in the crafting room, Adobe in here. And access to the main kitchen. The cooker. Five refrigerators. Berries, cooked meat, raw, fertilized eggs, and spoiled meat. 2 industrial grills. 2 kegs. Cryo fridge, air conditioners. Access to the front left. Okay, so to help you orientate. That is for the bird perch that's going to unload straight to the industrial forge. Crafting landing pad 1, crafting landing pad 2, crafting landing pad 3. Pterodon special landing pad 1. Living pad 2, kitchen pad 1. There's only one here. You'll get off and you'll land literally right here. You turn around and you start. Small landing, a small pad with all my preserving bins and secret storage. And we have the 2 beer kegs. I wish I had a room designated for beer in the cellar, but I don't know, maybe on the next base design. Because those kegs kind of clog up the freaking walkway. Access, direct access drop shaft from the greenhouse right above us. There's the floor dino pit, so back here. We have access to the drop shaft. Sniping position. Front right sniper tower. Oh my god! Dude, open the door. Come on. And emergency access to the dino pit from the top tower. And go up one more time. And there, here, front battlements, dino door, front left corner, ammo box, left side ammo box, for the left side base turrets. There's a right side over there. Those stupid birds' head. That is the power box for the front turrets. Now, right now we're using a Tech Jenny, so I don't have the gasoline generators on, but you see the layout. Here's primary generator. Back left sniper tower. Primary power generator. Access to the roof dino tube. It tries to sneak in here or some shit. How the living hell did that happen? Wait a fucking minute. Can people do that? That's a problem. That's a problem or not. Bird access emergency escape shaft to the roof. We can take the birds in here. Or you can fly them out of the base onto the roof. Come in here. Turn around. Park the bird. Just like that. Front left sniper tower with actual other one floor above me, never mind. Sniping position access to the freaking drop shaft. Greenhouse. The greenhouse is protected. We have a ceiling tile. We have a greenhouse ceiling underneath a actual ceiling hatch frame to protect the turret, to protect the greenhouse from bullshit. Water for the plants. One. Skip one, skip one, skip one, skip one, skip one, skip one. Go downstairs, drop the drop shaft, go to the kitchen, drop them off. Backup power generator. Industrial grinder. Access to a kill chamber for the roof access. Access to the forward battlements. And stairs to the next floor. Tower. From the greenhouse, so we just did a loop-to-loop. Turrets to protect the access to the jail. To protect the jail from people trying to rescue their friends that I have locked in jail. Access to the admin drop shaft, exit shaft, back window, jail. All these doors are admin only. On the roof, grab a prisoner, handcuff them, drag them to the base, open the drop shaft, drop them in, close the door. They got handcuffs, they can't hurt themselves, they can't break out of here. It's all encased in metal. And I've got actual metal railings to act as iron bars. So a guard can walk on top of that, on that floor, and supervise the jail without actually having access to opening the door and accidentally letting them out. You have to be tribe admin anybody can lock someone in jail, but only the admin can let them out. An elevator to protect the dino elevator, dino drop. Roof crafting room. Access to left rear sniper. Cover the drop shaft. Access to the outside, access to the roof hanger. Fabrications there, mortar and pestle. A vault to offload the Quetzal and the Wyvern, and then somebody can literally just stand here, grab the metal out of the vault, turn around, load the smelters, and then turn around and then start crafting. I need to move that closer. Probably right there. But you can grab the stuff out of here, load here, and then turn around and then craft in there. Access to front left sniper tower with access to refuel the turrets manually if required. Access point to offload the metal from the Quetzal, from the farming Quetzal. Stairs to get on the roof. Now you have your crenellations, you have the... This is a 2x2 down to the dino pit. Platforms in the center as a divider. So I wanted to create easy, dummy certified, you can't really screw this up kind of landing permit landing system. These were also before I had the shield generator and we had more turret placements. I was going to put X-plants all on the roof. That was where, but let me see, it's too costly. The dino trench for the birds is 2 by 7 by 2, and it's the Quetzal landing pad is 3 by 3. Or no, it's 3 by 4. Sorry. So the Wyvern requires the Quetzal can land in a 3 by 3, which is so the Quetzal is 3 by 3. So 1, 2, 3 right here. 1, 2, 3 right here. 1, 2, 3 right here. And then I've got him trapped in this little right here. But because I made it, I originally had it 3 by 3, and then I realized, well, the Wyverns, their freaking tail sticks out well into this corridor and blocks access. So I need to make it wider for the Wyvern and then customize it for the Quetzal. You take off. Oh my goodness, I'm in a Quetzal and I'm harvesting and I have a bunch of metal and I need clearance for landing. So we're gonna circle around. Then you're just gonna land like the neck of the Quetzal in through these posts. And you're gonna land and you're gonna be boom. Those neck bars, these are for the Quetzal. You would just push them out 1 block in order to have access. And literally it's just hatch frame with ceiling on glass ceiling with metal hatch frame. I'll show you how to do this little tactic in a minute. The Wyvern's straightforward. It's a 3 by 4. Take off the Wyvern. If the game will keep up with me. You come around. Slow to normal speed. Line up the pad. Stick his nose in the posts. Land right there. The tail still clips a little bit, but yeah, whatever. Freaking tail's really big on those things. Then I've just got these little walkways to act as on and off, to get on and off the dyno. Kind of like an airport. This is an emergency air shaft for the birds to get out. I'm probably going to box this over. I'm probably going to freaking cap that off. Because it's just a structural weakness that anybody can just fly into my base without having access to the main door. In fact, I'm actually going to do that right now. I'm just going to say, forget it. This was a great idea on a PvE server, but on a PvP, it's just a structural weakness that can be avoided. Every single corner is exactly the same. It's 4 door frames with a stair that allows you to get access to the minigun turret. With the shield generator off, I can shoot down to the main. I can go all the way out. Punched out of the wall on these extreme corners, I can shoot anybody trying to hug the wall or the corner. Obviously, you get great views in the surrounding area. Every turret on the 4 corners is exactly identical. Oh wait, except so on the floor underneath the top of the base, we have a door that leads out to a what I'm going to call 50-50 ceilings that are punched out from the wall, which give us the clearance we need to shoot out of the shield generator range in order to shoot down at enemies. They're all identical on all of them. The other 3 turrets, other 3 turret towers are exactly identical like this, except the administrative drop shaft where the fire escape is. This one, it has to be on the top because of the giant hole from this platform area right here. So I just decided, well, I'll just adapt this side for the admin so I can have access to my drop shaft without moving stuff around. But because we had to do that, that man turret would have been directly over that drop shaft. I didn't like that, so I had to push it in diagonally by 1 block, and then I had to raise it by 2. Or I had to raise it by 1 full block in order to get almost identical clearance with this gun without accidentally shooting your own turrets off. We just don't have quite as good angles on the side of the 2 turrets, the other 3 turrets. Best part is, this little thing is, it actually doesn't have a collision hitbox. So I can literally just zip, so I can fall through. I need creative, I'm gonna zip, and boom, right through the freaking turret. Like it's nobody's business. And then I've got spotlights to spotlight the landing posts, so it's easier to see them. I was going to finish the base fully and then do a video walkthrough of this, but I just wanted to do this for posterity. I was going to start spray painting the posts certain colors. But that's when everything died basically. So that's literally it. The only thing left is hope I didn't go too fast. If I did, you could always just pause the video or slow it down. I just wanted to give a quick run through of everything in the base that I've designed from Nooblets' basic build from his first videos to what I've basically created now, which is, when it's complete, a freaking death fortress. Obviously, I'm not trying to make it invincible, But I mean, I'm trying to do a good job with what we've got. So, everybody, thanks for watching, and I hope you appreciate it. And see you next time.